All right, again, everybody, welcome. On today's Urban CEO Wednesday training, I'm trying to figure out what we're going to call this, the Wednesday workup or something like that. We're going to do a training. My goal is to try to provide you guys with some value to provide, I don't like the word try, but to provide you guys with value every single Wednesday, whether it be teaching you about a new tool that I'm utilizing or teaching you about, some tips or tricks or things like that you can actually build your business. My name is Taria Vision Avant. And I am a part of the Urban CEO. And what I do as an Urban CEO is I work with entrepreneurs, showing them how to build multiple streams of income with writing a book, as well as public speaking, coaching, and more. And so we teach you how to be able to grow your business in those aspects, build multiple streams and things of that nature. I also have a free webinar if anybody would like to check out the webinar and learn more about getting your book done, as well as, that's the beginning phase of what we do in our program. Just simply go to abookin30days.com. Now, for those of you who are watching here in the Facebook group, if you are in the Facebook group, let me see. Make sure it's muted. For those of you watching in the Facebook group, guys, please introduce yourself. Those of you who are in the Urban CEO Network.com Facebook group, please introduce yourself again and let us know what it is that you do, as well as what city and state you are in. Include your website too, because we always have tons of people who watch these replays. So make sure that you do include what it is that you do. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to share with you actually a blog post that I created. Let me post this right here in the Urban CEO group. I'm going to post it right on the timeline so you guys can see, and I'll pin that. There we go, pin it. And this is the latest blog post that I put where I'm talking about this particular tool. And so let me share my screen as well so you guys can see this blog post. All right. Okay, awesome. Okay, so you see in this blog post right here, we're talking about Activecampaign. And Activecampaign is actually the CRM tool that I use. CRM actually stands for Customer Relationship Management Tool. And to keep it real simple, in case you still don't know what the heck that means, it is simply an email marketing tool, okay? And so for those of you who are building your business and you're utilizing social media, you're utilizing networking events, you're utilizing other media platforms to build your business, there is one vital thing that you must have in place at all times. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a way to build your database. If it's one thing, guys, that I have always understood and always placed a value on, was that at the end of the day, the truth is this: you can have as many followers as you want. You can have as many likes as you desire. You can have all these different great things, right? But the truth is this: if you do not focus, if you do not focus on building that database, if Facebook decides that they want to shut you down, there's nothing you can do. If Instagram says you're going to get blocked out and locked out, there's nothing you can do. Okay? It is vital, ladies and gents, that you are always focusing on building your database, i.e., coins and contacts, right? And the way that the coins come is by building your contacts. So I want to share with you guys some reasons why I actually love Activecampaign. And as you can see, this is the blog post that I've put right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally log into my Activecampaign, and I'm going to show you some dope features about the tool itself, okay? And what's cool is if you go down here to the bottom of the page, you can get started for a free trial and play around with it so that you can determine if it's something that you actually want to use for your business. Now, I do want to ask you guys, for those of you who are in the Urban CEO group, share with me, by the way, hey, Ayana. Ayana is chiming in from Whidbey Island, Washington. She's an author, co-author, therapist, and life coach. Website is JendaiAStafford.com. So make sure y'all check out Ayana, and anybody else that is watching, make sure that you include in the Urban CEO Network. Some of you guys may be watching the watch party, but you must be in the Urban CEO Network group to get your shout out. Okay. So now also I would like to know if you guys are using a CRM tool, tell me which one do you actually use? Tell me which one do you use? And that's anywhere from MailChimp, Aweber, Infusionsoft, whatever it may be. I would love to know exactly what you use. But let me tell you why I like Activecampaign. First of all, one thing I would tell you is that the interface of this tool is much easier to use than some of the more advanced CRMs out there. The truth is, guys, that, you know, one of the things that I was always looking for was certain specific features that many of the AWebers, the MailChimps were not necessarily providing for me. But what I have also found is that when you do start getting into those features, a lot of times those CRM programs can be quite complicated. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how simplified it is. Also, you can connect it to your website. And for example purposes, y'all, I'm going to literally show you how to do that today with this WordPress website right here. Show your success. Okay. Also lead scoring. And so what's dope is, you know, with this particular tool, Activecampaign, it allows you to be able to score your database or score your leads based on activities that they've done. So let's just say, for example, somebody joins your email list and you want to create a score for them, right? That maybe you want to give them 10 points. Okay, so they get 10 points. And then maybe you send out a series of emails, right? Or you send out another email for like a free workshop on public speaking. And you know, your high ticket item is public speaking, and they open it up and they register for the webinar. Maybe you want to give them an actual 10 additional points, right? If they visit specific pages or if they buy certain products, you know, maybe they've bought your book, right? And your book, you know, that means that that's a higher ticketed or a higher qualified prospect that possibly may invest into your higher ticketed program. You can then give them like 20 points, okay? So this allows you to be able to keep track. And so then you can maybe search for the people who have a specific number of points and do something special for them, right? Automation, guys, let me tell you something. It is so critical that you are setting up your email list to get automation. One of the biggest things I get from a lot of people, by the way, hi, Tiasha. Tiasha is from TBLV Management Group, the Total Package in Columbus, Georgia. And her website is imtiashajanea.com, imtiashajanea.com. Hey, Debbie out of Jacksonville, Florida. Hello, darling. How are you doing? And then, hey, Kalandra. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Automation. What I see most people do is they'll set up their CRMs. They'll have their MailChimp or their AWeber or whatever it is, their Infusionsoft. But then you have all these people joining your database and you're not sending them a message. If it's one thing that a lot of people say about me, they say, Tari, I get so many messages from you. Good. Because I want to make sure that you stay inundated with my name and my company in your face, okay? Because the truth is this, when somebody joins your database, first of all, the open ratio is always under 10%. Sometimes they say 1, 2, or 3% of the number of people who actually open your emails. What in the hell, right? But another thing is that when somebody joins your database, the likelihood of them actually reading your first initial emails, it's not very high, okay? And what you need to do is you need to consistently inundate them with value and information, right? And this is the thing. Yes, you're going to have people unsubscribe from my list all the time. That's not who my market is. I'm not even worried about that. What I'm looking to do is find the person who I serve and who's looking for me. And the only way they're going to be able to know that I'm available is that I'm continuously messaging them. Does this make sense? And if this makes sense, guys, let me know. Just say makes sense, okay? Now, another thing, so we're going to set up some series of automation. And the cool thing about Activecampaign is that it will create automations where, let's say, for example, somebody signs up and you send them an ebook, but they don't open the email. You can then send them an email like, why haven't you opened my email, right? To all the people who didn't open it. The ones who did, you can say, wow, thanks so much for, opening or downloading the ebook or whatever that may be. This is so cool, okay? The automation that Activecampaign has is absolutely amazing. And it is almost to the point where it's very equivalent to some of the most expensive CRMs that are out there that a lot of people talk about, right? Tagging. This is also a feature that for me, I needed something that will allow me to be able to identify certain tags because, this is the thing. Like when somebody, let's just say, for example, you're doing a webinar and you send them the email, right? And then they're going to, register for the email and stuff like that. Well, what you can do is you can create certain kind of tags in your CRM that will allow you to be able to track if somebody showed up to your webinar, and then you can send them a specific email, right? Or if at least they registered for the webinar, right? There's tags that you can set up if somebody, let's say that they, maybe you want to tag people that signed up for a certain giveaway and you want to be able to message them. You also maybe want to tag people, they're part of a certain program and you don't want to keep emailing them. So there's all kinds of reasons why you want to use tagging, but it allows you to be able to determine a lot with like scoring and things like that. It's just allowing you to be able to better determine who your market is. You can integrate it with other business systems. For me, I actually, by the way, hey, Tania, is it Tania or Tania? I'm an author, blogger, and realtor here in Michigan. I just joined the Urban Group. Well, welcome. And her website is Tania Coleman. That's TAYNIA Coleman.com. Welcome to the group. And so, for example, the tools that I connect my Activecampaign to are like ClickFunnels. Many of you guys might use different kind of funnel systems, but I use ClickFunnels. I also connect my Activecampaign to my Eventbrite. So when somebody registers like for an event on Eventbrite, I have it set up so that when somebody registers, it will automatically add them to my Activecampaign database. Pretty cool. Also, for those of you who use Zoom, there's ways that you can connect. So anybody that registers for your Zoom event or even Webinar Jam, okay? And so it's pretty cool, guys, that allows you to be able to keep track. Great customer service as well. I've been able to get on the phone with Activecampaign. I email them and they get back with me right away. I can even chat with them. And I think that's so important. Another thing that's really cool about Activecampaign is that they do a lot of trainings. They do a lot of trainings. Like you can have online webinar trainings. They're always showing you new features. They're always coming up with something else new. It's like they are just amazing. The only thing I will say that Activecampaign does not necessarily have that where I believe that it ranks up there with some of the best, I won't say any names, is that it doesn't have a shopping cart. But truth be told, guys, is the one CRM tool that does have that shopping cart in connected already. I never really liked it much. And honestly, I know plenty of people who end up using their own shopping cart features or their own tools. The truth about CRMs, is that you'll never find a CRM that will be absolutely perfect, but you will find some that can do a lot of what you want. And for me, if I was to say anything was just as perfect as it could be, Activecampaign is amazing, okay? And by the way, the pricing, you cannot beat the pricing, y'all. They got prices for everybody, starting at $17 a month. That's cheaper than some of these CRMs that are out there that won't even allow you to do most of that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to Activecampaign and we're gonna look at a couple of the features, right? So that we can, okay, Tania. All right, Tania. All right, got it. We're going to look at some of the features, guys, right now so that you can see how to use certain things and why I absolutely love it, okay? The first thing is we're going to go here to the pricing, okay? So again, don't forget, guys, they start at $17 a month, and they allow you to be able to do some additional stuff with the $17. And so as you can see, it says unlimited sending, email marketing, sending newsletters, marketing automation, chat and email support up to 3 users. Then you can go up to the next level where it's everything in here, and then it has some additional things on top of it. CRM with sales automation, contact and lead scoring. So remember, these are one of the benefits, but it's still $49. Deep data integrations, and just so much more. Now, the SMS marketing feature, amazing. There are other CRM tools out there that you have to integrate this SMS training with it, and so it's just doing the most. I love their SMS feature. It's so amazing and so easy to use, and it also increases your open ratio dynamically, okay? And so I'm currently using the professional one, and then I want to say I'm doing professional, and it might be, I can't remember, it says unlimited sending, but I don't remember like how many people you can have on the database if there's a specific number, because we have about, for this CRM, about 5,000 people on like one list. And so it'll kind of break it down for you, you know, all the different things, right? So anyways, so let's log in because I want you guys to see some of these incredible features that I use it for. And if you have any questions, guys, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll do my best to answer as much as I can. So when you log in, this is what your, basically, I guess, you know, some people call it back office. Some people may call it like your what we call this? I don't know, just as your login. Okay. If you notice, it's really cool. On the right side, I can see recent activity of people that have maybe clicked on an email that I sent out. I can even see people who've unsubscribed. I can even hover over the name and find out who or click on the name and I can find, well, no, I want to hover over it. It just was kind of working delayed. If you hover over the name and I can see who unsubscribed or who clicked through the different links, I can see all of these details about people. Also, you can see these are all the contacts that I have in my database right now. We're at 5,000. And let's see, my top contacts. So these are people who do the most of reading of my emails. Regina, Judy, Andrella, Liv, and Bridget. These are the people who read the most. My interaction is 15%, which is actually above average, which is pretty good. That's because I send out a lot of stuff. But, you know, it's above average. Most people, if you can get 3 to 5%, that's really good, right? And then they have other things. They have the different campaigns. Now, these are all draft campaigns. So these are probably emails that I was getting ready to set up and didn't send. Who knows? And then right here, some additional news, some new information that they have. But it allows you to also, you know, really customize it. So if you want to move stuff around, if you want to be able to see things in a certain way, you can move them around and do it like that. Also, another thing I love about them is their templates. Activecampaign has some really cool templates that you can use to send out. And I'll show you guys an example when I send it out. Now, we're going to go over here to the contacts, okay? And for the contacts, what's dope about the contacts is that it does allow you to do a lot of different things. Right here, I'm going to go here too, because I don't want to pull up people's phone numbers and stuff, so I try to click off of that really quick. But you can go to the contacts and you can see all of your contacts. You can search them by tags. So remember we talked about tagging people. You can search them by what list they're on, all types of stuff. But this is also pretty cool too, because remember where I was talking about the scoring, right? And maybe you want to be able to score people based upon certain actions that they do. So for example, if I want to add a new score, I'm going to do a new contact score, and there's 2 different types of scores you can do. And the new rule is I'm going to say, for example, let's just say that this person opened up a particular email that I sent out, and it might be like a welcome email. Now, I actually don't have a welcome email that I want to use. So what I'm going to do is go over here to campaigns real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. So campaigns is how you send out emails to people, whether it's going to be a one-time email or let's say somebody joins your list and you want to do like an auto response that says, hey, thank you so much for joining the list, ... Well, that's what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to click on campaigns before we go to the scoring. And I am going to, I got all these campaigns over here. Oh, these are all sent though, so we don't want to delete that. But I do want to look at the ones that are in draft mode and just go ahead and delete those out. So, all right, cool. Awesome, awesome. All right, now what I'm going to do is let me show you the ones that are auto responding, okay? So I'm going to go here to auto respond. So these are all emails for like different events that I had in the past where if somebody registered, it would automatically reply to them, okay? So this is actually the email that I am talking about. I do have it. I didn't realize that's what it was called. So I'm gonna just change this though, this name to Visionary Circle. And I'm gonna go next. Now remember, I've selected it to be an autoresponder, so I'm gonna go here. By the way, hello to everybody who is joining us on the training. And this is basically somebody who has joined this particular list, which is my Visionary Circle. And so whenever somebody joins, it's going to automatically send them this message. So it says, welcome to the Visionary Circle. Hey, this is Taria. I want to officially welcome you to my world. ... Here's the ebook that I sent to them. And I talk about system mastery a little bit. And I also say, join me on my Facebook page, right? So this is my welcome email. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. And I have it set up to, this is what the subject looks like. This is from the email, Visionary Circle. And if I want to track who's opened and read it, that's what I do. Link tracking, if somebody clicks on the link, it can track that. If I want to track who's replied, I can do that. As well as you can do some Google Analytics, which I'm not going to do right now. And then I wanted to send immediately when somebody registers, okay? And if I wanted to send to existing contacts, I can do that too, but I'm not going to do that because they've already received it. So I'm going to click finish. So now let's go back to the contacts. And I'm going to go to the scoring. Okay. So in the scoring, I'm going to set it up so that when somebody joins that list, it's going to add 10 points. Now, again, why do we want this to happen? Because the more points that somebody accumulates, we know that this is somebody that is probably, you know, a little bit more interested in, or maybe more qualified to become one of our clients or, you know, customers, right? So I'm going to look for that email that I just set up. Here it is, Visionary Circle. So I'm going to click save. And so what it's going to do is when somebody opens the email, it'll add 10 points to them. Okay. Then I can also set up, you know, some other things, like if I want to send another series of emails, let's say if I want to do some other things, like maybe they have purchased something, right? And, you know, the way that it finds it out is through tags. And so if I know this person has purchased something, they may get, you know, a specific point, okay? So again, this allows you to keep track of your target market so that you can see exactly like how much of a value or what they're, you know, that they're more closely connected to making that next investment with you. Okay, so awesome. So now I also want to show you the tags, which as you can see, I have several different tags. Like when people register for my boot camp, which is coming up, we have 141 registrations so far. That's happening in April. Okay, these are for anybody that is a future author or current author. We're expecting 150 though. So as you see, we have a lot of people who've raised their hands to attend, but they actually have to, of course, enroll. So we'll be able to know these are people who are interested. But now we can make sure to send messages directly to them versus having, you know, to create a whole new list. Okay. All right. So this is your tags and things of that nature. Okay. Now, the next thing, what I do want to show you guys is the automate. Well, matter of fact, let me go back to campaigns. This is another cool feature that I like. So I'm going to go look at an email that I sent out. Let's see. I sent this one out to a couple yesterday or day before yesterday, right? So radio show today. This is an email that I sent to everybody to let them know about the Urban CEO radio show. So when I open up the campaign, the first thing I'm able to see is that on that day, we had 187 opens. On the 22nd, we had 39 openings. And on the 23rd, we had 7 openings. I can also see, you know, who actually, you know, some of the people where they were at, where they opened it at. I can see that I had only 6.4%, which is still above average of people that actually opened it. And out of the 0.42% clicked on it. So that's a low number compared to the number of people who actually opened it. So that means that maybe I need to do something and change a little bit of the way that the texting was or whatever it may be, or maybe people already knew about it. I can click over here to look at the message that was sent. So this is what was sent. I can also look to see who actually opened it. So it'll share who opened it and how often they opened it, okay? Also like this one right here, the geo, because it'll give you the order in which people opened it. So you see where these little things are dropping? Look at that, it's so cool. A lot of people in Cali, a lot of people on the East Coast. We have some people in Georgia, Tennessee, Kansas, of course, Georgia. So I can see the order in which all the people opened it up. Also, I can see what countries. So I have some people in Nigeria who opened it up, in Jamaica and the United States. I can also look, like, say I put a link on here on the email where they can share it to social media. So if they can share it to social media, it'll allow me to track who actually shared it to Facebook or Twitter by utilizing the link that is available. I can also see who unsubscribed. So you see I have 2 people that unsubscribed from this email list, from this particular email. So they clicked on the link that they no longer wanted to receive emails from me. Okay. And then there's just some additional reports that you can look at right here. But I think this is a really cool thing for you to be able to analyze and look at your emails that you're sending out. Now, automations, guys, which is pretty cool. Hello. Yes, yes, Tania, there will be a replay. Hello, Kalintha. How are you doing? Welcome, everybody. Okay, so I want you guys to see, this is the email that I was sending out. It's called the Visionary Circle, right? So anyways, first of all, let me turn this one off because New Year, New You is no longer going on. So we make that inactive, right? Go back here to this automation. And this is the Visionary Circle email series. It's called automations, okay? So I want to show you something that's really cool about this. And at one time, the only tool that I knew, or CRM that I knew that could do something like this, was a CRM that a lot of people were investing in, but it was a little bit more expensive, okay? So basically, when somebody subscribes to the Visionary Circle, which is that circle where I'm offering people a free ebook, right? The first thing it's going to do, of course, is remember, it's going to send that initial email that says, welcome to the Visionary Circle, okay? Now, what I could do, because I also have it set up to send an email right here, right? So I'm going to open this up so you can see it, because I've already sent one email, so I might not want to send this one back to back. Right? So this says, first of all, welcome to my Visionary Circle. Your downloads are below. So I'm going to say, first of all, again, I already sent them an email saying welcome. Hopefully, are you guys still with me? That first email that I created, which is just a campaign email. It's not an automation series. And I'm going to say your bonus downloads. All right. So anyways, so I'm going to go, so this has a nice little, talking about show your success or system mastery, what programs it is that we offer. We no longer sell the social media course. And I'm going to say coaching mastermind program. So these are our 4 programs that we offer. And I'm going to go ahead, and these are the free ebook downloads that I'm giving to them, which, by the way, I'm going to show you how to be able to set up your ebook download, because some of us don't know how to do that. Okay. And I want to make sure you know how to do that. Okay. So anyways, so here you go. We're going to go ahead and click next. And we're going to go ahead and click finish. So this is just one email in the series. But remember, we already set it up to where we sent an automated message to somebody when they sign up. So instead of sending them 2 messages back to back, what I'm going to do is, where this plus sign is, I'm going to add a new action, and I'm going to have it to wait. So I'm going to go right here to conditions. I'm sorry, conditions. Hold up, y'all. Yeah, no, we want to go right here to wait. And we want it to sending up the conditions, right? Yeah. Lord Jesus, I can't figure this out. Oh, yeah. Wait. Sorry, y'all. We're going to go to wait. Now, by the way, there's a lot of different conditions that are available, as you can see. You can start an automation into automation if you want to add another goal, things of that nature. But we're going to do the wait, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and click on wait, and I'm going to select this one for a specific period of time. Now, look. let's say you're doing a workshop, right? And you have a workshop coming up February the 15th. And you want to set up a series of emails that say, hey, we're 5 days away from the workshop. Well, you can use these specific conditions so that you can make sure that it only sends the email out on February the 10th. And then you want it to send it out on February the 14th. So I'm going to give you an example of that as well. So let's do this for a specified period of time. We're going to click right here, and we're going to make it wait 1 day. But you can change it to minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years. Right? That's crazy. You're going to have an email set up for a whole year to wait. Well, all right, we're going to go ahead and click save. So now I have it set up to where it's going to literally wait for 1 day, and then it's going to send them the email. Now, if you notice, this one has a wait, and look at that. There's 220 people who are in the queue waiting for a day. Now, currently, this email automation is inactive. So while it's inactive, guess what happens? It is not going to send those emails out, okay? So currently, right now, it's not going to do anything. Also, here's some additional actions. As you can see, send an email, send SMS, notify someone, and send site message. Like, let's say that you've got a team of people where when somebody registers, right, you want it to also send an email to your team as a new lead or something like that, right? You can say, hey, we got a new lead, contact them today. So that's another thing that you can do in the system. So anyways, the next thing that I set up was I said, does the contact match the following? It says, has open campaign, here is your download. So here's the email, and basically I'm looking to see if somebody has opened it up, okay? If they opened it up, it's gonna go to yes. And then it's gonna wait for a day, and it's going to add a tag, opened ebook, right? It's gonna add a tag. And the way that I added the tag is we went over here to this CRM, and we put, hold up. Y'all see, look, you gotta look through some of this. Oh, under contacts, add a new tag. But what if I also wanted to give them a new score? So remember we talked about a score, right? So I'm gonna go here to CRM, and I'm gonna add a new score too, right? And so I have to set up the score. Now I know I set up the score before, but we'll go back and, oh, I didn't set it up. That's right. Yes, I did. I did set it up. Okay, we'll go back and figure it out. So we also wanted to add a new score, which we'll go to. And then if they do not open it up, it'll send this email, right? It'll say no, and it'll go to the note, and it'll say this email. So here's what the email says. It'll say, I noticed you have not read my email, and I honestly do not want you to miss out on this incredible value. I have a gift, 2 of my ebooks absolutely free. Your downloads are below. And then also the subject says something like, first name, I noticed you hadn't read my email. This is so funny too, because when people see that, they'll actually reply to it and like, oh, my bad. Like, I did not mean to. I just got a little busy, but I'm going to read it today, right? And so that is a cool way to get people to actually engage. So I'm going to go ahead and click next and close this out. Let me go back real quick to the scoring. And if you have any questions, I'm going to do my best to answer. But also, like I was saying, Activecampaign has some incredible training as well that you can be able to plug into. All right, so the score, oh, it's inactive. So let's make it activated. We got to click right here to activate it. Also, I need to go ahead and, well, this is for that. Let me see. Let me try this out real quick because I don't know. This is specifically for that particular email. So I want to see how I can connect it. By the way, how's everybody doing on today? So we're going to go back to this visionary circle. And we're going to go here to where we added a tag, but we also want to add in a score. Oh, we'll add or remove. Okay, but it's saying we don't have the score set up. We'll have to figure that out. And I'll do a separate training on scoring for you guys so I can figure that out. Okay. But anyway, so we're going to go back to here. But we do have the tag. So like if I go here to contacts, I want to try to go without, but I guess we'll just have to do it for the purpose of right now because I want y'all to see manage tags. We're going to go to the manage tags. And remember that one says that opened ebook, right? So I'm going to go find that tag that says opened ebook. Here it is right here. So look, out of the people that have recently been added to that new automation, 51 of them actually opened it, okay? So 51, so I can actually see and send them a message as well if I want to directly on, you know, because they opened the ebook. That makes sense? So then I'm gonna go back to the automation again because I want you guys to see more of it. So when we go over here, it says, does the contact match the following? Contact has free social media. So what happened is when, let me go here to this email. This is another little hack that you can do. So when somebody clicks here to download the ebook, I also have it set up so that when they click it, it will also create a tag for them saying that they downloaded this ebook. So when I click here on the link, as you can see, if they click on this link where I have it hosted in ClickFunnels, it'll add ebook for writing a book. So now I know that this lead is interested in possibly writing a book. If they click on social media, it'll also then, or it'll add a tag that says free ebook on social media. So this allows me, again, to track where people are. So if I'm doing like a special, you know, book workshop or something, I can make sure to message all of those people who have that tag. So anyway, so back here, does the contact have a free ebook social media? If it does, it'll send them this email. How did you like the book? And if it does not, it'll then see, well, do they have the ebook writing hashtag, right? And if they do, then guess what? It'll send them this email. If not, it'll be another email like, okay, you didn't open up none of my emails, or you didn't click to download. Maybe they opened up the email, but they did not click to download the ebooks, right? So it'll send them that, okay? And so also I have it to where even if they've got the social media, it'll send them that. And then it'll still find out because they can have both of the tags. So it'll also find out if they do. And if they do, guess what? It's going to go to another action, which is right here, and send them the book writing email as well. So now I can keep track of who actually has the ebook for writing a book and who also has the social media ebook and who has both, right? So that's another cool thing that you can do. Another cool thing is where you're creating forms and you can integrate it into your website, okay? So in regards to the forms, I'm going to create a new form and I'm just going to call it test. Now you have the option of what style you want, but I'm just going to leave it at the end line. And let's just say when somebody actually fills out this form, we want it to subscribe to a new list, okay? Now your list is right here. You can't see it because it's not highlighted. And the list just simply takes everybody, puts them into a particular list if you want to send an email to them, or you could even have it to where it adds a tag, okay? So you can choose. I know for me, I've just kind of played around with them both. I'm finding though that it's easier to have less lists and have more tags because you'll end up having people in multiple lists. And that's how a lot of people end up getting a whole lot of my messages, because I send emails to all the different lists depending upon what the information is about. So sometimes it's better to just use the tag, especially, you know, because I've got many leads where they have several different tags or they're in several different lists. Hopefully that makes sense. So we'll just, for the example purposes, since I said tags, let's use tags. So let's just say testing tag, okay? That's the tag. I'm gonna go ahead and create it. Now, it allows you to create the form. Now, this is not going to be as fancy as like ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or any of that, but it still allows you to be able to kind of do something, you know what I mean? sometimes even when I did not necessarily have the finances to have like a ClickFunnels, I would use my CRM's form just for the time purposes to send people to that, okay? So you can do all types of stuff with it. And then you can customize it. So this, I'm gonna click here and then go over here. This is easy to edit, right? Then we're gonna type in here. Okay, and then let's just say you want to collect their first name, last name, instead of the full name. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to say, instead of doing full name, I want to get their first and last name, okay? So I'm going to go here to the standard, and I'm going to put first, and then last. If you want to put them side by side, you can try to put them side by side. If it'll let me see. Oh, it only lets you do that in the emails. Okay, so I'll show you that too. So first name, last name, email, and then maybe you want to put their phone number, right? You can put their phone number. Resize that. Move this up. And so that is, what you can do with your form. You can do some additional styling if you would like. Oh, here we go. No. Oh, it only lets it go side by side. So no, I don't like that form. I'm gonna leave it like this. Let's say I want to change the background. You see what I'm saying? Change the font color, something like that. You can't do a whole lot to it. And then when somebody actually signs up, you can go ahead and say, thank you for signing up. We will be in touch. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and click integrate. Now I can embed this on my website. And so these are the embedding codes. I can also have a link. So for those of you who are watching and you just want to be able to utilize this maybe to create like a capture page for something, you can use this link. Now, instead of sending people to this link, what you do is you go to something like GoDaddy, you purchase a domain, and you forward, which takes only minutes to do, you forward that domain to this link, because this right here, nobody's going to remember that. So I don't like to use the link if I want people to go straight to it, okay? So you're going to forward it to that link. So that's not what I want to copy it so y'all can see what it looks like. You can also integrate it into your website and your WordPress website. Download the plugin and just insert it in there. And you can insert this into your Facebook page, your like page. So for those of you who want to be able to collect more leads on your Facebook page, this is incredible to do that with. Here's what the form would look like. As you can see, it's not as fancy, right? So when I was doing something like, for example, when I first started doing the discovery session, because I just wanted to get a form together, I'll show you what that looks like. So it's a big difference. Uh-oh. By the way, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Okay, so delete that one because we don't really want that on there. All right. And where discovery session. Trying to find the discovery session. I think I had created a discovery session. I know I had used also another tool, but I believe I did. I might have deleted it. Hold on, let me see. Let me just search. Here we go, discovery. I know I did. Okay, so here's what the form looked like at first. And again, I just forwarded to the discovery session link. And so you would fill out all these details. Name, email, phone, system mastery, This is for people that wanted to write a book. And then this is what it looks like now, but I use ClickFunnels and I just integrated everything into my ClickFunnels, right? So it's more fancier looking. Okay. But starting off, I use this to get started. Okay. So anyways, all right. I'm gonna go back. I wanna show you some more stuff. Then we're gonna wrap it on up. But again, guys, you know, I'm telling you, Activecampaign definitely, to me, is by far just an incredible tool. I love using it. You know, again, I just recently logged back in, look, and I can see people that have done some, you know, somebody else just clicked on the link 2 minutes ago. So we looked at the forms and the list. This is what I was talking about, where you can create different lists. And as you can see, I have a lot of different lists. And so for me, I've found that it hasn't been as effective doing these lists. It's better to use tags, right? Only thing about tags is that when you do use a tag, you got to make sure that you already have a campaign set up if you want to send an email to them, okay? They have some additional apps that you can integrate with Activecampaign. As you can see, Facebook, WordPress, Zapier. There's tons of them on here, which is super cool. You can integrate a lot of stuff with Activecampaign. And again, this is even when you start off with the $17 a month. There's support team. If you need to get some, I'm sorry, these are support apps. That's not for them. If you need some support, you can click here on the help and you can type in some things right here and contact them. And a lot of times, guys, I'm able to chat with them immediately and get in touch with them, okay? Their support is impeccable. It's great. Reports. So you're able to see all the reports for everything, you know, emails that you sent out, free webinar training, sent this out 3 hours ago. We had 239 people who opened it up, okay? And nobody clicked it though, which is not very good. So we got to figure out why didn't anybody click that link? Let me look at this email. That's because I did not make this an active link. So that's where I messed up, which is cool because you can kind of track stuff. So that's crazy. So what they probably did was just copied it and pasted it in at the top, okay? So, you know, this allows you to really be able to do a lot of research and seeing what's going on with your emails and things of that nature. All right. Well, I don't know if anybody has any questions because nobody has submitted any questions just yet. So again, this is just some of the cool things. Again, there's way more stuff that you can really plug into. If I go to, let me see where you can find their different trainings that are available. Let me look. I want to go to the bottom. So here's the trainings. They have live events as well. That you go, I want to show you the email templates, right? So you can do some one-on-one trainings. They have webinars. Right here, you see these webinars that you can register for. They also have videos of past videos that they've done talking about segmentations, deals, what you guys want to learn, all types of great things. Let me show you what's cool about their emails too that you can send out. So I'm going to create a campaign as well, just so you can see the cool template. Just a test. And I'm not going to send it to anybody, so I'll just use a list where there's nobody in it. It won't let me do that. That's right. It won't let you do it because there's nobody in the list. So I'll do this collaborator interest. Go next. And I can do a new one from scratch. What's also cool, if you just want to kind of use the same layout, you can go to past campaigns that you've sent out. As you can see, these are all old emails that we've sent out. And I could just use the same design, or I can go to some of these incredible templates that they have available. And they've got really nice templates that are very easy to use. I'm gonna click on this one. So as you can see, you can do some edits to it. I can change the background. Let's say I want to change it to like green or something. Okay. Also, I want the width. You know, this is how thin the email will look. I don't like it that thin. So I'm going to put 800. So it looks a little bit bigger, right? I can update this picture to like a logo or something. You see, we have tons of stuff in our folder. Trying to find logo, the word logo. H-I-J. I'll just use this old one right here. Okay. So it's going to resize it. There we go. And let's say I don't want it that big, so I can resize it smaller. Then I want to change, this is an image. So if I want to change that background, I can to something else. I can change this picture. If I want to change this text, I just double type into the text. Okay, this is a button. So I click right here in the button and I can change the link right here. Maybe I want it to be a different color. I'll change it to red. I'll change the font size to be bigger, and I want it to be centered. So you see there's a lot that you can do with these emails. You can really customize them, and they just really look real cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save and exit because I'm not going to send it out. And I'm going to delete that draft. So what'll happen though is, like, if you are working on an email and you don't finish it, it'll automatically save it to your drafts. Okay. So again, these are just some additional things. Look, they have some free design services as well. If you want to contact somebody to get some additional customized emails with like your logo, website, all those things, you can check that out. Or you can, I'm sure they have where you can pay like another fee to get a specific design email. Now, for those of you who also want to utilize this CRM service to send out your ebook, this is the final thing I'm going to show you guys. The first thing is that you must host your ebook somewhere else. They don't have where you can upload your ebook and then share the link. So if you're not using something like ClickFunnels, I recommend using Dropbox, right? So I would use a Dropbox, and let me give you so you're just going to upload it to your Dropbox, right? And let me just give you, here's an ebook right here. Copy the link. And I'm going to post this right here so you can see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like, the ebook on Dropbox. So let's just say when somebody signs up, they're going to get an automatic message like, here's your ebook. So I'm going to go here to campaigns, and I'm going to create an autoresponder, okay? I don't need to create a series necessarily, just an autoresponder, okay? So here, under campaign, new campaign, and remember, we're doing an autoresponder. So here's the autoresponder. And this is for whenever somebody signs up, we'll just say, I'll use this vision board party, right? So we're going to click next. And then I'm going to use a past campaign just to make it easier for myself. And I'll use one with just text. Here is your free ebook download. Click continue. So I'm going to say first name. Double click in here to edit the text. Bring you value. As value and information that will help you with whatever it is, the result that you give people, right? Here is your free ebook download. And then what I'm going to do is go over here to insert, and I'm going to add a button. I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to say click here to download. I'm going to change the background, make this like a little red, and make the white. I'll make the border black, and I'm going to change the font to white, and I'm going to increase the size just a little bit of the font, not the padding. And then I'm going to put in that link for the Dropbox. And then I'm going to go ahead and click save and save. Well, I would normally click next, right? But I want to I'll go ahead and do it. I want to actually see what it looks like. preview it. So I'm going to click on the desktop preview. It looks a little bit different, but this is like an example of what it may look like in your email. And so I'm going to click here. And boom, it takes me to the Dropbox. So this is a quick fix to be able to send somebody your free ebook. You upload it on the Dropbox, you get the link, and then you share it through your email. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and click save and exit because we don't want to set that up, and then delete it. All right. So anyways, guys, that is today's training on Activecampaign. And again, you know, there's just so many additional things that you really can do with this tool. It's just absolutely amazing, guys. I love it. And as you can see, I'm even still learning some of the new things. The scoring system for me is something new as I continue to grow my database. And hold on, hopefully y'all can y'all still see me? I hope you can. But yeah, it's definitely something that is new for me as I continue to grow my database. However, I pray that you guys check it out. You know, go check on the link right there that I have posted or posted in the comments so that you can actually get a free trial and play around with it. It is so vital, though, again, guys, that you are definitely leveraging and utilizing some kind of automation tool for your emails so that you are building up your database, because your followers mean nothing when that social media platform decides to shut you down. All right. So anyways, awesome. So I will definitely bring on to you guys some additional tips and things as I continue to learn them, but I would encourage you as well to plug into their trainings, their webinars, and things of that nature. All right, y'all, have a marvelous, marvelous evening, morning, afternoon, just depends on when you're watching this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye for now.